Hi, I'm Bree.
I'm Emily.
I'm Morgan.
And I'm Kim.
This is our Chipotle social media marketing campaign. So a brand introduction. Chipotle is a Mexican fast food chain that specializes in organic and farm fresh ingredients. They use Twitter, Facebook, Instagram as their most popular social media sites. Their posts are really lighthearted and fun. They use each site in a different way. Facebook is for store openings and giveaways. Twitter they use for customer service and relatable tweets. Instagram for product awareness and witty captions. So one of the problems that we kind of came up with that with using each platform differently, Chipotle is missing opportunities to expand to their audience and target markets and to market as many people as possible. And we'll kind of go through and you'll see examples for it. So these are a few good examples of the content that is posted on Chipotle's social media. The first is a Facebook post highlighting a new store opening with a promotion for the new customers. So it says that they're going to open a new store in Pittsburgh, and the first 25 people in line get a free entree and a tote bag. The second is playing with the joke over the top promposals with a witty caption about your prom date being extra and the fact that guacamole is also extra at Chipotle stores. And the third is an example of the Facebook post about how many of their locations are going to be closed on Easter. This post is an example of some of the problems that Chipotle has because if you don't follow them on Facebook, then you might not know that your location will be closed on Easter. And when I was looking at their social media, they had posts from April 15th and April 17th on Twitter and Instagram, but nothing on April 16th, obviously because that was Easter and they weren't there. But if you only follow them on Twitter or only follow them on Instagram, you don't know that they were closed that day. The social media listening methodology, we started looking at a basic search of Chipotle just to see what people were saying about them and what they were tagged in. And the social media sites I looked at was Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We used hashtags including Chipotle, Ingredients Reign, which is kind of like their slogan right now, and Healthy, since they kind of brand themselves on a more healthy opportunity. And we looked at this as thinking about how we can learn more about what the people want from Chipotle by looking at the hashtags through their content to see how the social media and what they expect of Chipotle's social media and how they want the brand to be and to look.
Some of our social media audit data consists of what they are posting on each social media platform, along with how many times they're posting and what their consumers are saying. So on Facebook, we're mostly going to see pictures of food, announcing of new locations, and community service options, while Twitter is more of one-line catchy tweets and responses to consumers. And on Instagram, pretty much all food images with short captions. And meanwhile, our consumer on Facebook likes to tag other people. They like to express that they like burritos more than bowls. A lot of times on Twitter, people will tweet them positive feedback, and then Twitter will respond, or they will respond back on Twitter. And on Instagram, most people just, along with tagging their friends, ask questions about the food. Here we have our competitors' social media platform statistics taken from April 25th, 2017. On this chart is just a collective measurement of all the followers and all the subscribers, along with each of their competitions with Chipotle.
The current brand positioning statement for millennials, Chipotle is the largest American food company that provides better food prepared from whole unprocessed ingredients that is accessible to everyone because Chipotle changes the way people think about fast food. Chipotle fits in with the everyday budget of a millennial. It uses natural ingredients and it promotes a sustainable agriculture. It's a healthier fast food alternative and is prepared in-house and is easily accessible. Once again, it's a healthier and affordable fast food option, and it's quick and easy. Their persona is laid back and relatable. They want to come off as somewhere that anyone can go to for a quick meal or a place to hang out with friends and family. Their tone and character elements, the tone is very personable and honest. The language is simple and easy to understand and relate to. The purpose is to engage consumers and partially to entertain.
So some of their conversations that they have between their brand and their users. Twitter is primarily the place where they respond and engage with their customers. The purpose of their messaging is to kind of gain knowledge and feedback about their product and to talk and gain meaningful relationships with their audiences as well. They're very popular on Twitter. People really like to kind of tweet at them. It's like that 15 seconds of fame kind of thing that, you know, they posted something and you got like a rebuttal back from Chipotle, which is kind of like funny and like cute to do. So in this first example, a customer tweeted a picture of Chipotle being out of cilantro, and then a representative reached out right away, professional and polite, and gave her like good advice for what to do. And it also includes the name of the rep who tweeted the response, which is also really professional and nice, because they can say, if it like even went further, they can say, oh, well, you know, like the head of Chipotle, they can say like, okay, who did you talk to? And they can say, oh, Jillian, like, and go back and, you know, kind of work out the problem there. And then the second example shows Chipotle's lighter and fun side, giving the girl who responded some pretty good like life advice, that she put the money bag emojis to their tweet, and they said guac equals money, and she said, trust me, I know, and then she said, good, you'll go far in life. So still like funny and like cute, but like good, you know, I guess you could call it good advice, but they're still professional in what they're putting out, and they show that they're laid back and fun. And then some of the areas that they could work on would just be responding to customers on different platforms, not just Twitter, noticing that they really don't respond to people if people have questions on Facebook or on Instagram. You really have to go to Twitter to get a reply out of them. The 4 zones of social media for their social community, it is an example of how Chipotle is establishing a brand and customer relationships. In this one, somebody tweeted that the chips were stale, and they, like I said in the last slide, they gave good advice on what to do for next time so that they can try and fix it. And they were able to respond and give advice to do it. And then the social publishing, they also have a company blog, a Chipotle blog, that kind of talks about contests and everything like that that is related back to their Facebook pages. For their social commerce, they use Facebook as kind of the place for their social commerce to post about promotions and giveaways. In this first example, Chipotle is doing a giveaway for teachers across America for Teacher Appreciation Day, and they get a buy one, get one deal when they show their teacher ID. And then for social entertainment, Chipotle has a few games that center around their mission of healthy and farm fresh food. And these games also, you get giveaways like free chips and free guac.
So Chipotle currently uses all of their paid advertisements to show how fresh their ingredients are, and it gives the consumers an insight into what Chipotle puts in their food and where it comes from. So like you can see in their TV advertisements that they usually post on YouTube, that they're doing this like hashtag ingredients reign theme, and it's just all about the ingredients that they have and how it's like the best one, and that's why they reign. Their own content is all of their events and sales and fundraisers that they're having on their social media platforms. So you can see in the middle, like we mentioned, the We Love Teachers campaign for like Teacher Appreciation Day and different grand openings that they're having. And a lot of their earned content is about how their food is really good and people's favorite meals. So like you can see the post from Facebook that we have on the right that says they waited long in line, but it was so worth it because the food was really good, and it's a picture of their bowl that they had.
This is the sentiment and content analysis. So we have here screenshots from their Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts. On Instagram, they average in the month of April, they averaged 9,449 likes. Facebook averaged 530 likes, which is significantly lower from the other accounts. And Twitter averaged about 1,134 favorites. And we just have some of the comments from each account some of them are conversations. Like on the Instagram, it's even friends, users that are friends saying like, let's go get Chipotle later. So it's a good trigger for that, to get like people to make plans and go eat Chipotle. For Facebook here, we have some expressions that Facebook now has. So we have the likes, we have the hearts and the sad and angry, so people can really, express even more their feelings about the post. And then on the Twitter page, we have a tweet from most recently Earth Day, and we can see below in the comments and replies that there's literally a conversation between a user and Chipotle.
Here we have our Facebook key influencer, Sierra Dana. We found her from a Facebook post, and she was commenting about how her friend tagged her in this post just to see a picture of a Chipotle bowl. We found out she's 23 years old. She has a significant amount of friends on Facebook, Twitter followers, along with Instagram followers. She's from New York, and she's out of high school, so she is a good, accurate representation of Chipotle's millennial audience that they're constantly trying to reach. And she has a platform on each channel, so therefore she can be more influential. Here we have our Instagram key influencer, Maxwell Berry. We came across him on an Instagram post commenting about the Chipotle's competition. We found out he's 17 years old. He has a significant amount of Facebook friends. He doesn't have a Twitter. He doesn't have a lot of Instagram followers. On that Instagram followers, he only pretty much posts memes. We don't know where he's from, but we know he's in high school, so he is an accurate representation of the younger millennial group that we are also trying to reach.
So here's our SWOT, and as you can see, a bunch of the strengths that Chipotle has on their social media platforms is their large following base, and they post frequently on their account, and they post a lot about like their different fundraisers and stuff that they support to give back to the community. Their weaknesses are like they don't post the same things across all of their platforms, so they only post certain things on Facebook, like about the events and fundraisers and new locations, but they don't post about that on their other stuff like Twitter and Instagram, which is necessary because if you don't follow them on all platforms, you're not going to know about any of those things. Their opportunities are like to continue diversifying their accounts, but like continuing to stay consistent and to make sure that they're better than their competitors, which they can look at their social media accounts and learn from them. Their threats are their competitions like Moe's and Qdoba, and the media, like when they had their E. coli outbreak, the media like really puts that out there, so they have to work on rebuilding their brand equity, so that's a possible always threat. So our social media marketing strategy. So our SMART objectives is to increase engagement across all of our social media platforms. So we think that they do a really good job already, and we just really want to focus on increasing their engagement by 10% on across all of their social media channels. They need to work on being a little more consistent when having like big sales, new openings, or new fundraisers. It should be communicated across all platforms to reach all of their followers. Currently, they don't do that, as we said before, and we feel that they're not reaching the most people by doing it that way. We are keeping their current brand positioning. We feel that it meets really well who they're trying to reach, and their brand persona as well, being laid back for reaching millennials. So everything that they do is really great, so we're not really changing any of that. We just want to increase engagement. So here are our target consumer profiles. So we have Jane, who she's always on social media. She's a blogger, and she's positive attitude. She's a loyal Chipotle customer. She is in the age group of 20 to 30. She's in the Philadelphia area. She's a college graduate, and she enjoys watching movies and listening to music. And then we have Matthew, who is also 20 to 30, also in Philly. He's still in college, so that's like some of our target market, and he loves traveling, and Chipotle is his go-to food spot whenever he's back at school. And then we have Andrea, who is 20 years old. She's also in college. She's an active Snapchat user, doesn't have a Facebook anymore, and is constantly on Instagram and Twitter. She's a semi-loyal customer and goes to Chipotle whenever she has enough money. And then we have Mike, who doesn't have a Snapchat, uses Facebook often. He's a father, so he's posting all about his new baby. He goes to Chipotle once a week, and sometimes on the weekend he goes there by himself and sometimes with his wife for dates. He plans on taking his new son to Chipotle when he's older. So this is our last consumer profile. It's Austin. He's a male, just graduated college. He enjoys music. He's a loyal Chipotle customer, and he's an active Snapchat user. He only uses Facebook to talk to family, and he is on Instagram and Twitter sometimes. So these are our target markets that we're trying to reach. We feel that they follow the brand persona that Chipotle is trying to reach.
So for our Wordle, we kind of just wanted to incorporate obviously the food aspects, what like your typical Chipotle order would be when you get there, bowl, burrito, you know the deal when you go in there that it's like, oh, I want brown rice, black beans, chicken, mild salsa, that all stuff. So obviously all those words go right in there with your Chipotle order. But we also wanted to put in stuff that like grass-fed, natural, which is all the things that they kind of work for and strive for, that they want to say that they're healthy and all natural and a good alternative to healthy fast food.
So this is Chipotle's mind map. It covers all bases of the financials from the fiscal year of 2015, their activity with users on social media accounts, their marketing strategy, how they use their advertisements to get the word out and their brand awareness, background, just how it started and like their locations and stuff like that, social media, their Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, how many followers they have on each account, and their mission, which is what we stated before in our mission statement, and their persona and all that kind of stuff.
Here's our Chipotle content platform. For social community, we decided Instagram would be best utilized to grab our consumers' eyes by the intensifying of the colorful and healthy ingredients that they use. And Snapchat can be best utilized by taking the company's use of filters to the next level and by using location services to advertise better their new openings around big universities. We already run the blog along with other people having blogs based on Chipotle's products, but we feel that they could better utilize their blogs by choosing college athletes or students into eating healthy from large universities to record them and their friends' experiences going to their local Chipotle. And Chipotle does have their own YouTube page, but could be more successful by linking this to the idea of their college health blogs and professional bloggers. And Facebook is also used to advertise mostly the new locations, but could be utilized much better by occasionally announcing a special day with discounts or even copying Dunkin' Donuts and linked with the sports teams and winning. We also decided that gaming would be best for social entertainment. They already do this. They have a few apps and videos that coincide with them. This is our competitions content platform. We saw that Qdoba is using the ingredients and intensifying the picture to make the ingredients look fresher and better. And Moe's teamed up with the BuzzFeed blog, and they're greatly benefiting from it.
So for the executive summary, some key points and highlights from this from our presentation. So Chipotle does well with consumer engagement, meaning mainly on Twitter. We found that when users tweet at Chipotle, they're very good with responding and getting back to them in a timely manner. But we thought that they could use better brand platform continuity, meaning, we mentioned this before, if you post something on one account, they should probably post it across all platforms, because like we said, if you don't follow all of them, you might miss something important. And even though like Facebook is used for longer posts with, it allows more characters and for pictures and stuff like that, you could, there's a way that you could, shorten that into an Instagram caption or even a tweet. They should increase engagement among consumers. So Chipotle themselves are good with responding to consumers, but they don't get enough feedback from the consumers themselves. So they could find a way to increase that. And bringing more content awareness, basically, again, just promoting more stuff across all accounts, so that so consumers don't miss out on anything.
And these are our references. So basically, we just used all of Chipotle's social media to be able to find out all the information that we needed for this presentation. So thank you for watching and listening to us. Again, this was Kim,
Bree,
Morgan,
Emily. Have a good day.